Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Monday. It's Monday, June the 15th. I hope you guys are doing well so far. You guys had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you guys are doing well mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all that good stuff. Okay, guys, I'm going to be doing 2 oracle decks for this message. I will be using the Journey oracle deck and also the Prism oracle messages. As you guys know, that when I do my readings in the car, I can only take so many not books, what am I talking about? So many decks with me when I'm traveling, because I don't want to carry too much heavy things. So let's see what you guys might need to know for today. Okay, so Spirit, what does the collective need to know for June 15th? What clarity can you give them at this time? And what understanding can you give them whenever they see these messages, please? And thank you. What does the collective need to know for June 15th, please? And thank you. What do they need to know about their journey at this time, or what their path is at this time? Please give them clarity for June 15th, please. Woo. All right, guys, we got a couple of cards here, but I think that's a lot, so I'm going to put them back in there. But there was something about step by step that did show up. But anyways, this card says the whisper. Now, not sure who's resonating with this message, especially for today or just in general, especially with the new moon that just recently passed, which was yesterday, fully, okay, because it just started on the 14th and it is done on the 16th, okay? So take what resonates with that, because there's something about the new moon. Now, the new moon talks about Gemini and Cancer, and I did make a blog post about this, whoever, was able to view that or was interested in that. But like I said, there's something about communication, adaptability, and also nurturing energy, or just matters of the home that could be significant. Now, when it comes to listening to your inner home, that could be significant. You guys are listening to the whispers. The whispers could be divine alignment, okay? Spiritual alignment. This could be divine downloads, okay, confirmations, synchronicities, things like that you guys are receiving from the universe or from divine, and that could be confirmation for a lot of you, okay? Now, when it comes to dreams and visions and things like that, that could be significant as well. But there's something about the energy where you guys are finally starting to, not just finally, but when you listen to your inner knowing, like your intuitive knowing, and it's almost like you feel like you're doubting yourself, or you feel like what you're hearing is not true or valid, right? Like you kind of say, you have a gut feeling, but you're just like, nah, that kind of energy, right? There's something about that where you guys are finally listening to your inner knowing or your gut feeling, and finally, for once, you listening to your gut feeling is showing a lot of signs. Okay, I just saw boundaries at the bottom of the deck too, so for some of you guys, this could be about your boundaries, having boundaries with certain people, teaching people your boundaries and what they are could be significant. And I know that sounds so crazy, but it's true. Sometimes people think that because they're your friend or your family member or someone that they used to know, okay, they think that they can, be all up in your space and all up in your business and all that stuff, right? So play is significant. Some of you guys are also listening to your inner knowing when it comes to playing more. Inner child energy is significant. Being in your inner child, being more creative, being more vocal when it comes to throat chakra energy, okay? Basically standing in your inner child and your innocence is also significant. So take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation, okay? But you being able to play more is showing that you're being more open when it comes to your energy. Now, when it comes to being more open, this could be about opportunities. Whether these are new opportunities or not, this could be new beginnings. Okay, some of you guys could be meeting certain people right now at this time where, you are able to be more playful and be in this type of playful energy. And another energy I was thinking about is Chiron. Okay, Chiron could be very significant for some of you guys too when it comes to, inner child healing or just being a wounded healer. Okay, depending on the house placements too, that is significant. So when I think of play, I think of the 5th house. Okay, some of you don't have to have your Chiron in the 5th house, but if you do have 5th house placements, there could be certain things that are hidden that maybe your parents permission and allow you to play, or maybe people around you think it's crazy for you to play because you're an adult or you're a certain age, and it's almost like, why does it matter? The way that I look at it too, it's like, why does it matter how somebody finds joy or happiness in their own specific life? I never understood that about people, okay? Some of you guys can understand what I'm saying as well. And I'm just speaking for the collective, like, in general. Like, you know how you sit down with yourself and you have introspection, and it's like, you know, maybe you may have people in your life that like to cosplay, or they like to do anime con, or those kind of things. They love anime and things like that, or they love watching cartoons, and you know what I mean? Like, you could literally be around certain people where it's almost like because they're in a job, they can't be who they are, or, you know, because they're in this new environment, they can't be who they are. And it's like, if you have to tone down who you genuinely are and you can't be in this playful energy, what is the point? You know what I mean? Like, what is the point really? Because you're basically being a robot at this point. And AI could be very significant for some of you guys. Not to say that AI, you know, that's another topic for another day, but AI could be very significant where you may feel like people are very robotic, and it's almost like even when you're playful, it's like you may do your hair a certain color, you may be very funky when it comes to certain things, like your style, okay, the clothes that you wear, your tattoos, your piercings, you know, like being in this playful energy, expressing yourself outwardly with your clothes. So even if you don't express yourself vocally, maybe you vocalize yourself through your clothes, through your actions. And you could have people who act like they're so prestige, like they're so up there, they're better than you, and it's like, no one's better than anybody, okay? This is why I don't like dealing with people in general sometimes, because even when I see people like in their 30s and 40s, right, going to the club, whether it's a day party, nighttime, I don't care. People going to the club, enjoying themselves, it could literally be a culture thing too. I'm not even kidding you guys, because where I see my family come from, which is the West Indies, it's very, very funny to me, because in the West Indies, it doesn't matter how old you are, there's people that still go to fetes and they lime. Okay, Trinidadians understand what I'm talking about. Guyanese people understand what I'm talking about. Like, there are people, it doesn't matter how old they are, that go out and still enjoy themselves. So maybe it's North America, or some people who, and I don't want to generalize all North Americans, because that's not true, right? But there's something about people being so judgmental. It's like, well, now that I'm 40, or now that I'm in my 30s and I have kids, that means I have to stay home and be a prude. No, you don't, okay? So mirrors are very significant too. There's something about you reflecting or being a mirror to other people. Like I said, when it comes to you being more playful and being open and things like that, that is confirmation. And also when it comes to your energy with mirrors, it's like you're a reflection to people that don't like to see themselves, okay? So if you're happy and playful, you know, in this joyous energy, it's almost like someone could be looking at you like, oh, how dare the collective? You know, we have curiosity, okay? So yeah. Now, this could be your energy or someone else. It's like I said, how dare the collective? How dare you be playful? How dare you be joyous? How dare you, you know, do the things that you love to do, right? You're a mirror to people who, whatever projections or insecurities that they have in within themselves, that is a big thing, okay? A lot of you guys have to understand that a lot of times people project a lot of their insecurities, their ideations, their frustrations, everything onto you, which is not your problem. You continue to live the life that you want to live. You continue to live how you want to when it comes to how you express yourself and how you show up, because those who are meant to be around you, they will be around you the way they're supposed to, okay? And when it comes to curiosity, this can go both ways. This could be people being curious in your energy, curious about who you are, curious about what you do, curious about everything about you. And sometimes this curiosity could just be people being fascinated by your energy in a good way. Or for some of you, this could be bad, because you could have people curious in your energy and it's almost like people do not have boundaries. It's like, mind your business, okay? That energy too is significant, where people are so curious, where it's like, mind your business. Not everything needs to be plastered on the internet or put out there. Not everybody has to know what you have going on, right? And some of you guys could be very secretive, not mysterious about that. Nothing is wrong with being secretive. There are just certain things that you just don't do. It's like people who don't post their kids online. Do I blame them? No, because let's be real, there's so much crap going on right now with society. I don't blame people who have newborns or kids or anything like that, and because they don't want to make a TikTok with their child, okay, that means, oh, they're boring, or they, no, some people just have morals, some people just have integrity when it comes to certain things. Not to say those people don't, but just saying that there are certain things that you just don't do, okay? Being protective, having boundaries, that kind of stuff, right? So curiosity could be something about you learning a new language, learning something new, learning a new skill, learning a new project, or, you know, starting a new project, a new idea. Somebody could be curious about the work that you do. That could be significant. But when it comes to personal business and things like that, you may have people in your energy that are curious about you. And sometimes curiosity is good, but sometimes it can be bad. You know what I mean? Like, you know the saying where they say curiosity killed the cat? That kind of thing, okay? We have the present moment, so take what resonates with that. We also have intuition, okay? Right, so take what resonates with that too. There's a truck coming, so I thought I would close my window because it's kind of loud. So yeah, we have intuition, right? When it comes to the present moment, present time, okay, things like that are very significant. We also have wholeness, okay? So there's something about your energy when it comes to this present time, you listening to the whispers of you being more playful, you listening to your intuition when it comes to your inner knowing, things that you are seeing, hearing, feeling, sensing, okay? Like your intuition could be so heightened to the point where people are also kind of freaked out by the fact that how do you know that when you don't even know? You shouldn't know, okay? And that's the problem that people need to understand, that just because someone doesn't have the proof or the facts right in front of them doesn't mean that you don't know what's happening behind closed doors or hidden energy, that kind of stuff, right? So wholeness is very significant when it comes to mirrors. Like I said, you could feel whole within yourself, but you are a mirror to other people, where if you're being in this happy-go-lucky energy and people are projecting their fears, it's almost like, why are you doing this? And it's like, usually when people say, why are you doing this, or why are you going out, or why this or why that, is because they want to do it too, okay? They want to do it too, but they just don't know how to do it. They just don't know how to just be in their, you know, and that's significant. So take what resonates with that too. It's almost like people are just mad at the fact that you can be your authentic self and you can show up for yourself every day, but they could be upset that they can't show up for themselves the way that you do, okay? We have synchronicities. Like I said, you guys could be receiving downloads and things like that, so take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation for a lot of you, okay? Angel numbers are significant. Seeing butterflies, doves, so birds, okay? Certain animals or spirit animals could also resonate for some of you too, and that could be confirmation. But there's something about the energy, like I said, where you guys could be seeing a lot of things or feeling and sensing a lot of things, okay? We have courage, right? Spark, energy, ideas, okay? Following your own light is significant, okay? Also, when it comes to courage, it's almost like you're giving courage to other people, where you may say something and somebody could have been thinking it, and for some reason you saying it out loud makes them say, you know what? That's true. You know, I'm going to start doing what I want to do. And that's significant because you could be giving a lot of people clarity. Now, you could be receiving clarity or giving other people clarity, okay? And then also sacred space. Some of you, like I said, you guys could be finding sanctuaries or, you know, certain areas where you guys could find a lot of quiet time, or just finding space where it's allowing you to be in this energy of transformation, okay? So again, you going to have courage and changing in this new energy is showing up very heavily, where you guys are going through whatever transformation that it is that you guys are dealing with or going through at this time. And like I said, when it comes to following your light, okay, you guys are creating something new, okay? And whatever this is that you're creating, it's allowing you to follow your beacon. Like I said, your light, star energy, integrity. What did I say earlier? The message, I said, some of you guys may have situations where because you're not posting on TikTok certain things or doing certain things on the internet like other people are doing, some people may feel like you're being weird or very secretive. And it's like, no, you have integrity, you have a lot of pride, and you have a lot of shame. Okay, back home we like to say broadtopsy. You have a lot of broadtopsy for yourself because you are in alignment. You know who you are. You know who you are as an individual, as a being. Okay, something about a new day is significant, but you know who you are as a person, and that could bother, like I said, a lot of people or trigger them because people who don't know who they are, obviously they're going to feel some type of way when you show up very confidently, okay, in what it is that you're doing or saying, because you've either done the inner work or you guys are just growing, okay, from past experiences, okay. Movement also wanted to show up, so take what resonates with that, with grounding. You guys are grounding yourself, okay, so movement means travel, okay. Also, when it comes to your energy, you guys are cleansing your energy. So again, when it comes to transformations, you guys could have cleansed your energy, you know, during the new moon cycle, but there's something about you guys moving forward, okay, when it comes to this energy. Like I said, cleansing could be spiritual baths, bubble baths, candle work, okay, but there's something about you guys changing and moving forward when it comes to dealing with people, places, and things. We also have rejection. So somebody could feel rejected in your energy because, like I said, you are in alignment, okay. You are aligning yourself with people who actually resonate with you, not people who, you know, just want to be in your energy and just want to absorb your energy, okay. There are energy vampires out there, people who act like they care about you, or they are, you know, there for your mental well-being, or, you know, just there for you, and they're not. And the reason why people feel rejected at this time, because you're happy. It's like you're happy with or without them. It doesn't matter if, and that's the thing people don't understand. I feel like with this collective, I feel like people don't understand the fact that whether you have family or friends or not, you're still happy, okay? Whether you have a job or you don't have a job, whether you have friends or you don't, whether you have family or you don't, whether you have support or you don't, it doesn't matter. You're happy. You're always happy. You're always showing up very authentically happy. Even if you're at the lowest of your lows, you're still happy. And that could be very shocking to a lot of people, because it's like people need to be around people in order to be happy. You don't need to. You could be sitting in your room all day, every day, not even doing anything, not budging, not doing anything. And someone in your energy could feel some type of way because it's like, wow, like, you're my friend, or we're family. Like, why don't you want to be all up on me? Or why don't you want to be up in my behind? Literally, like, there's a saying that we say back home. It's like bati and bench. It's like, you know, bati and bench, it means butt and bench. When you sit down, it's like glue and paper, okay? It sticks together. It's like people want you to be like, oh my god, like all up in their business, and you're like, I don't care. You know, you don't care. Somebody could tell you someone got fired at a job, or somebody could have told you that somebody, you know, moved from their country, or, and you're just like, that's great. As long as they're happy, what does it have to do with you? You know what I mean, guys? A lot of people just like to gossip. Sometimes people don't like to share news because they're genuinely happy for somebody. They just share it because they want you to, they want to either see your reaction or see what you may say. 1818 on a timer. And that's also significant. So you being happy with or without people means you are whole within yourself. You are in alignment. And that is very significant, where people could also see that within you. And that is why a lot of times people will try to come back into your energy or try to come back in your good graces, because they see that you guys are healing and moving on with or without these people, okay? We have hunger, okay? So take what resonates with that. And we also have mystery. So like I said, there's something about your hunger and your drive, determination is significant. It's a mystery. It's like people wonder, like, maybe where do you get that energy from? Or how do you know what you know? It's like you see the shadows, especially with the moon energy showing up here. It's like you see shadows. You see things that people refuse to see, or you see things that people try to hide and they cannot hide it. Confidence. Okay, some of you guys may have hidden confidence about you, and that is why people also feel rejected as well by your energy, because it doesn't matter what somebody has or doesn't have, you'll reject them. Anxiety, okay? Your confidence probably gives people anxiety. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's like maybe you guys are confident and you do have anxiety or you've dealt with it, but either way, there's something about your confidence that makes people anxious, because like I said, you stand in your power and you know what you want. And if you're dealing with people who don't know how to stand in their own power, they're used to people pleasing people, that's a lot for them. Okay, we have intuition, right? That's a lot for them. Your intuition. So intuition's been coming out twice in the message. You have an inner knowing that's very scary to somebody in your energy. Okay, so take what resonates with that. You have this inner knowing where you see things that they don't want you to see, or you see things that they refuse to see. Okay, also ghost is very significant. Okay, so ghost is very significant. You guys could connect from, you know, the 3D to the 5D. Now, you guys could have ghosted someone's energy, and that could be your intuition as well. Okay, but there's something about ghost, paranormal activities, that could be significant, right? And I also did say something about your energy. Okay, so you could have ghosted somebody. Your energy could have ghosted somebody, and isolation is significant. We also have magic at the bottom of the deck. Okay, and also having faith, right? So again, if you were somebody that was bringing in a lot of comfort, okay, you bring comfort to yourself. You don't need anybody to give you comfort, and that could be significant for a lot of you. But there is something about the energy, like I said, where if you were dealing with people, places, and things where people wanted you to, you know, people please and make other people feel good about themselves, and it's like the people that were trying to force you to do that were the ones that were causing so much chaos and like disharmony within your life. So it's almost like because they're dealing with that disharmony, they want you to also deal with it too, and you're like, no, I'm not dealing with that. And because you guys have so much integrity for yourself, it's like, you know when to show up for yourself, you know when to be playful, you know. And that's the problem. Some of you guys are too multifaceted or too multidimensional, where people don't know where to place you. People maybe get frustrated with you too, because it's almost like people try to put you in a box, or they try to, you know, categorize you into something that you're not. And that is also frustrating for the viewer, right? Because it's like, you could be a painter, a drawer, a singer, you could work a 9 to 5, like you could be a Jack and Jill of all trades. And it gets very frustrating to deal with people who, you know, they feel like they're in a box. So because they're in a box, they put you in a box, and you're not. Okay, you're not. You are a lot of everything, right? So take what resonates with that. I'm going to end it here though, so please take what resonates with you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys for the love and the support, for those who genuinely follow me and, you know, continue to follow me and support my channel, my page, and what I have going on. And again, there's other tarot readers out there as well. So, you know, don't get me wrong. It's all a community. But like I said, when it comes to community and support and, you know, being around people who share similar insights or visions and things like that, and it's not about competition and all that good stuff, you know, I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys. And, you know, I hope you guys continue to support my channel and everything like that. But thank you for those who repost, like, share. If the message does resonate in some way, shape, or form, those who comment, I appreciate that too. And I just want to say thank you guys, and I appreciate you guys, because obviously it goes both ways, right? I share energy, it comes back, it's reciprocated, and that's how it's supposed to be. So thank you guys. For those who follow me on YouTube and TikTok, you guys know what's up. If you guys would like to book a reading or just have any questions about bookings and things like that, all my information is in the description down below the video. So again, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next reading or video. All right, guys. I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Okay, guys. Bye.